Fortnite fact or fiction. Generic settings do something for your aim in Fortnite. There's been a lot of debate over this with pro players, YouTubers, Twitch streamers, all of the above. Everybody's has their own opinion on generic settings. I was under the impression that there is a little difference between each one, and I set out to prove that in this video. So go watch it, finish this video, and you'll see exactly how it changes. I'm going to go through the way I test it and how I came to my conclusion and how much difference there actually is. There's a measurable number at the end of this video, and it might be significant. So tell me your opinion in the comments below if you've been trying it, and if you haven't, are you going to try it now? So also go check me out on Twitch. I stream nightly, 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. I do a $200 giveaway. The max prize is up to $200. You win a whole bunch of things. There's a wheel to spin, and you can go try out there. All right, let's get to the video. All right, guys. So this is how I went about it. I decided to use the program ReWASD. So this program is perfectly legal to use in Fortnite, but there are ways to use it and abuse it. You could use it to do different sort of macros, which are against TOS of Fortnite. But I decided to try using this macro, edit and re-edit over and over again. I'm not using it to go show off. That's not how what this is about. And I don't suggest anybody downloading it to do this because it's kind of pointless anyway. And it also puts some input delay on your controller to begin with. So I just put in 10 edits and confirms. So when I end at the end, like if you start on a cone, it'll end on a cone. That's how it's supposed to read. Each one of these should be in line with that. We go to the game and I'm on this cone. So I started off with a cone down, pickaxe out, and this like this. So since it's a 10, it goes in 10 intervals. You should be able to hit it and it'll go back to the cone. It doesn't. So so this is how I kept it. So every time it does change, I'll do it from either the open cone or the closed cone. But we're gonna try it from the open cone now. See if it goes back to a closed cone or if it stays open. Stays open. So it did all 10 revolutions. So as you can see, that proves that there's some read error going on here. So if you go to the settings, this is what I'm talking about. I had it set to Xbox. I also tried PlayStation and generic. Generic's the one that like a lot of people have been saying is better. Some people will say, oh, PlayStation feels better. It's a little smoother, which there's might be some truth to that. But in the end, why it might be smooth, it might be more of a bad thing. So if you try each one, cones do have a tendency to not get through all the way. There's a much higher percentage chance it's not going to go back to a cone. For whatever reason, that's the way Fortnite's programmed. Their cones aren't as accurate. But if you do this, when it's raised open, it's a lot more accurate. I can usually go through it a couple times without it doing it. So I went through all of them and looked at the numbers. I'll put a thing up on the screen now. It's a whole spreadsheet. I did a rotation of 100 of each of these, starting with the closed cone, and each time I'd write a different number. So if it stayed open, I would do a 1, and if it was closed, it was 2. So I would write down all the 2s, all the 1s in order, and every time it changed, I would mark it as an error. So on the screen, you can see at the bottom here, column A is Xbox, column B is PlayStation, and column C is generic settings. I had 36 errors on Xbox, 25 errors on PlayStation, and 11 errors on generic. So what that means is it's 11% of the time generic's going to mess up, at least on the one of the edits. PlayStation's going to mess 25 times out of 100, and Xbox is 36 out of 100. So I'm using a PlayStation controller. I got my PlayStation 5 custom paddle $1 million controller, and so this is with a PS5, but the macro actually could change the controller that you want, but like it works best with a PlayStation for whatever reason, for me at least. So I just tried it with the PlayStation going out, and that's what it worked. It might work better for a Xbox through Xbox, but we'd have to try it. But we are seeing a difference between Xbox generic and PlayStation. So in the past, I was able to find something interesting too, which might add to the some differences. Xbox has a preset dead zone of 20, while PlayStation had like 14, and that's important because it means that there might be a difference in the way it reads your sticks too. So not only is it showing that there's an input delay issue because this isn't working right, this edit sequence, it also shows that there might be like a dead zone issue that can mess with your aim, because your dead zones you don't really want to change, unlike popularly. That'll be in a whole nother episode, so maybe either next episode or the one after that, but we're gonna keep doing these throughout the season, so come check me out. There's a whole bunch of different things that on controllers that we're going to go over. That's one of them, the dead zones. We already went over the aim assist bugs. I'll go over how aim assist actually works, because there's two types of aim assist. I did that in that one video that should be linked in it. We're going to go over how dead zones changing your dead zone affects your aim. It's things like that. We're going to go test that out and show you. I'll show you more about that in another video. Until then, go check out, I used the settings, the generic settings in this win in an arena match, my first solo win of the season. I haven't played too many solos. I usually play with friends, so go check me out on Twitch where I got this win, and I'll see you guys later.
That was the greatest move in Fortnite history!
Bad play. Okay, go. No! Fuck me, bro! Don't be fucking kidding me! They couldn't just fucking send me the goddamn... I did... I can't get out! What? go. Let's go. Let's go. We got 7 bomb. Let's go.